And that's where I think the principle of discernment, false consolation from true consolation
Mm,
is, um, people, I think, generally assume that if they're excited, optimistic, and positive about it, that it's going to be like the right thing to do. And that's just not always the case.
right. 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 People have been very excited about sin.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not the objectively bad things, but even like the more nuance
Or nuance.
where there's neutral,
Mm,
where there's not a clear right and wrong.
right. Right.
And with some of the performers I've worked with, I've seen them give performances where they were tired, they were just they were just checking the box, getting it done. And from the standpoint of somebody in the audience, it was like, that was amazing.
Mm.
You know.
Wow.
Right. Cormac McCarthy writes in one of his novels about it is a fictional character, but he writes about an athlete who always played his best when he had a slight injury,
Mhm,
right? Because he had something to sort of channel
mhm,
all of his, not angst towards, but he sort of had a pivot point for his energy. It's
yeah,
like I got to figure out how to play well because I got to figure out how to sort of play around this bum ankle
mhm,
or this my hip is aching or whatever it was,
mhm,
right? And that sort of brought his mind more sharply into focus on the game,
mhm.
and hence his performance was better,
Exactly.
right?
I
Yeah.
think this is some of the nuance of discernment. The it's not, because a lot of people when they first hear about discernment of spirits, especially the way it's presented, is how do I maximize positive emotions and get rid of negative emotions?
Ah. Mm-hmm.
And sometimes negative emotions are good. I mean, sometimes you need to be a little angry. I mean, that's one of the things I think in the modern church with uh, the Church of Nice stuff. Because nice is like the biggest virtue right now. It's just being
Be
nice.
nice. Be
And
nice.
the thing is that nice isn't what always people need and things like that.
The Lord was nice sometimes, and then
Yeah.
sometimes he drove people out of the temple with whips.
Yes. And he called his closest friend Satan,
Mm,
Peter.
hmm.
He was very challenging.
Right.
So, and
And he
with that,
always,
what,
always, always speaks the truth.
yeah, and where the rules kind of honed down is the